Welcome to Too Old, Too New, the music discovery podcast that brings you something old, something new, something Nate, something Bruce. I'm Nate Runkle, host of the Yo, That's My Jawn podcast, and with me, as always, is my good friend Bruce Warren from WXPN. The premise of the show is simple. Each week we bring you two songs apiece, one new song that has been metaphorically spinning our turntable platters, and one old song that we believe still absolutely matters. What is going on, dude?
How you doing, my friend? Everything's pretty groovy today. I finally, how about you? Everything good?
Everything's great, man.
Okay.
Have you finally gotten a chance to relax? Like, you had a busy weekend.
Yeah, I'm finally starting to feel like myself today. And finally, 4 days after our big at the XPoNential Music Festival last weekend, which was absolutely amazing. 3 days, one night, 3 days, whatever, the whole weekend in Camden, New Jersey at Wiggins Park. And it was a wing ding. What can I tell you? It was really fun. It was really fun.
Like we talked about it last episode, but it's my favorite time of year, and I love that place. And as always, it did not disappoint, and there were some great surprises. A lot of, but mostly just a lot of great music and a lot of great community. And you guys did yet another killer job.
Thank you. What were some of your favorite surprises?
Oh man, I mean, like, starting things off the first night with it's so funny because any listener of this might remember that last week I asked you, is there any chance that Prez Hall and Snack Time might play together? And and you were loosely or very tight-lipped about it, and at no point did I even think that they would play together with fucking War.
Yeah, come on.
Oh my God, how amazing was that? That was an absolute moment. And then, all kinds of surprises. Like, we were just talking about it before we started here, but like you guys had Jade Bird unannounced just show up and do a great acoustic set on the River stage, her first time on the River stage. And, she may be tiny and she may be one person, but she filled that whole goddamn stage with her voice, man.
She was amazing. Yes, she was amazing. And how about Kurt Vile?
Oh my God. And yes, of course, Kurt Vile. Oh my God. I'll tell you what, we were sitting there and I saw the second mic just kind of sitting there on the stage, off stage. And I was like, oh, I hope Kurt's here. And then, hell yeah, man. And then one of the things that really I thought was, we talk about people becoming stars in their performance, in the eyes of the WXPN crowd, from, people enjoying them at the beginning, but like being an enormous fan of them at the end. I don't know if you got to see the crowd reaction to Zynadelphia, but holy shit, did she fucking own that audience.
She did. And I will tell you another new band that many of the people who went to the festival had never seen before was Southern Avenue.
Yes.
Who also like blew people's minds. Just incredible singers, very tight band. It was really good. The one disappointing collab that I was really hoping for was for either Craig Finn to perform with Kathleen Edwards or vice versa, but they were on two separate days and their travel schedules unfortunately weren't able to accommodate each other. But so did you have a favorite? I know it's hard. Did you have a favorite band that played?
I did, and I feel like it's not fair because we kind of talked about it last week about how obsessed I am with them. But man, the Spin Doctors were just so good. I just loved the goddamn Spin Doctors.
They were super fun, right? Yeah, they were super fun. Chris Barron, the whole band still has it. It was just. Well,
one of the things that I really appreciate them is, and it's one of the things that like is sometimes I don't pay enough attention to and I miss is like exactly what you said. Not only were they fun, they were having fun. There was no posturing. There was not. They were just fucking rocking the stage and having a good time, and I love that, man. How about you?
Back one quick thing though on the Spin Doctors, I thought it was so amazing that they kept saying who they were. Yeah. It was kind of like people had no idea, like, wait a second. It's like, hey, everybody, we're the Spin Doctors. It's like, okay. It's like, that was really interesting. It's hard. They're all my babies. Sharon Van Etten's set blew me away. Sharon Van Etten in the Attraction Theory, just the whole thing, the way it was, filmed, or the way it was up on the video screens, the light show, it was dark. It was intense. The sound in the in the room, which was outdoors, was exquisite. The sound was absolutely exquisite. So that I think was my favorite overall. It was also the set that I was able to see almost in its entirety, because I'm running around a lot and I didn't get to see 3 or 4 sets at all, like barely. So that was the one that I was like, all right, I'm telling people I'm going off the walkie-talkie. Hit me back up in an hour. If it's really important, you can text me. Anyway.
Yeah. One of the things that was kind of a through point throughout the festival was, and I sent you a text about this. So many people did covers this year. And the reason I texted you, and the reason why there is a slight delay in the release of this episode, is because you guys, we were waiting. You guys just announced that this year's 88.5 countdown is 885 greatest cover songs.
That's
which,
right.
Is fucking awesome. So I'm going to ask you what I texted you because you didn't answer me in text, which is fine. You're a busy man. I'm not holding that against you. Did you ask them to do covers to kind of seed the
No.
countdown? No?
No,
Oh, wow.
no. In fact, every year though, there's always at least a half a dozen covers. Someone, at least half the bands play one cover song. And this year we just happened to get some good ones. So, I know you had a couple favorites,
Yeah,
right?
going back to the Spin Doctors doing Prince's Purple Rain right before
Yeah.
doing Two Princes, Prince into Two Princes. Brilliant. I thought that was absolutely incredible. How about you?
I really liked Jade Bird's version of "I've Been Everywhere."
Yes.
And we had a local R&B artist named Fazia Hart, and they played a great, beautiful, and even slightly more laid back cover than the original of "Sugar by the Dead," which was really great. And at the time, I didn't know who was playing drums, but at the time, the drummer from a great a local tribute Dead band, Dead tribute band, Friends of Jerry, who hopefully you've seen, because if you've not, they're amazing.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic.
He was playing in the band with them, so it was kind of cool. But it was overall, it was really, really good. Good time.
Did you just say that he was playing in the band intentionally as a pun, a dead pun?
Oh no, I did not.
Oh god damn it!
I didn't even
just
think
own
about
it. Just say it. Just say you did it on purpose.
Yeah, I did. All right, so
yeah, so covers.
So covers. So here's the deal. Like every year for literally 20 years, at the end of the year, we do a big countdown of some sort. We've done the 885 greatest songs of all time, albums of all time, artists of all time. We've done A to Z, Z's to A's. We've done the 80s, the 90s, the aughts. We've done the 885 greatest women of all time. That was last year, right?
2 years ago?
2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. Thank you. My brain is like, so this year we decided to do covers. It's something that's come up before. But there was some energy around it internally this year. People were like, yeah, this is kind of cool. So there's an open voting period. The voting is, if you go to xpn.org, you can vote for up to 10 of what you think are the greatest covers. You don't have to vote for 10. You can vote for 3 or 7 or 9 or 10. And we have a 6-week voting period. And then we'll be playing back the list of 885 greatest covers as voted on by you starting December 4th, I think it is. So, and we go for like 6 or 7 days. So that's the reality.
It's my second favorite time of the year. Countdown and Fest are just two great, incredible things that you put together.
Well, thank
cover
you.
songs. I've told you this. I don't know how I'm going to get down to 10. My list just keeps growing, and it's supposed to go the other way. But I'm very excited by this because I want to know what everybody thinks the greatest cover of all time is. I'm not gonna. Are you going for favorites on your list, or are you going for greats?
It was sort of like there were some great ones and there's some favorites like on my list. We're not, we don't have to be so like fucking music nerd about it. Like you don't have to go all high fidelity on our asses on this shit, right? But like however you want to define that, Some
Yeah.
people do believe that, some people will believe and do believe, like I do, that one of the greatest all-time covers is All Along the Watchtower by Jimi Hendrix.
Obviously.
It is also happens to be one of my favorite covers, right? So, but there's some things that, like, some covers that are absolutely mind-blowing, that are really incredible rearrangements or interpretations of a song that I wouldn't necessarily say are the greatest, but they're doing something so unique
Yes.
that, like, it's like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm really excited for this, especially like I said, to see what the audience, to take a pulse of the audience or whatnot, because I expect to see Watchtower, I expect to see Respect, but then there's things like that I didn't even know were covers, and those are always surprising when those pop up. Like I only just found out recently, "Love Is Strange" by Mickey and Sylvia. That's a cover. That's a Muddy Waters song. I had no idea.
hey, you brought up Respect. You think people know that's a cover?
No, I think a lot of people get really shocked when they find out that that's an Otis track.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, so we've been talking a lot about those kinds of songs. Like, do you think a lot of people know "Stop Your Sobbing" by the Pretenders was originally a Kinks song?
No, yeah, no. And that's going to be interesting too, because there's going to be like these legendary songs that are legendary songs and their covers, but they might not even show up because people just don't know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I mean, so it'll be really interesting to see. And I think it's so generational too, right?
Yeah.
Like, I had an intern who didn't know, and I'm not being critical at all, but I had an intern who didn't know that they only knew one version of "I Fought the Law," and it was by The Clash.
Yeah.
And then, and which is a song I actually put on my list, my top 10.
Okay.
Because I do think that's one of the greatest covers. It's massively convincing.
Yeah. By the way, today, the 43rd anniversary of The Clash and The Who and The Hooters playing at JFK.
Oh, was I there? I don't remember. Anyway, to celebrate covers.
Yes, we are bringing you guys some covers, both new and old, because you know what? People continue to make covers. So there are some new ones. Starting with, I'll go first. This song, all right, it's a cover because I feel like the person covering it is the primary singer, but the original artist also appears on the song, which is a little bit of a gray area. A little bit of a gray area. I know. I see the look in your face. Like, is it a cover if the original? Because this isn't Elton and George Michael. Okay. Don't let the sound go down, sun go down on me.
Because we're not gonna count that.
Right, exactly. Well, this is the original person just kind of doing background vocals on the new person's. So I feel like that's acceptable, right?
Yeah, I'd probably accept it.
For this, for the purpose of this show, it's acceptable.
Okay.
The song is Coming Around Again by Carly Simon. And it's a song that means a lot to me because I had this conversation on my podcast that I remember so much of the music that my dad loved, all right? Not just music, but artists and albums and stuff like that. Whereas when it comes to my mom, I remember my mom loving music, but I don't really know too many things. I can't really pinpoint too many things that I know she loved. She loved Rose Royce. I know that. I remember that. She loved songs in the key of life because everybody loves songs in the key of life. But there's one song that I remember when it came out, she was obsessed with, and it was Carly Simon's Coming Around Again, into the Itsy Bitsy Spider outro, because the song was featured on a demo tape that came in our Mercury Tempo. All right. It had that. It had the Back to the Future theme song. Anyway, it's a long way of going. My mom loved this fucking song. All right. And it just brings me comfort. So recently I just found out that Alanis Morissette did a cover of this, working with Carly Simon singing background. So this is Alanis Morissette and Carly Simon on Coming Around Again. The emotion, my friend. The emotion. Have you watched the Lilith Fair documentary yet, though?
Not yet. I'm hoping this weekend to hit it.
Yeah, same. I'm really excited for that. Great trailer. But so that's Coming Around Again, Carly Simon and Alanis Morissette.
We didn't need this cover. We didn't need this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know the original, and I don't know this one, but their voices sound okay. But it's like just like some songs shouldn't be covered. And anyway, there you go. It's
Dude,
pleasant. It's pleasant enough. I'm sorry. I'm usually not down on this music, but
I love it.
let's maybe my choice for something new should not be covered either because it's fucking Charlie Crockett covering Bad Company, right? The song, right? Come on. I mean, finally, Bad Company is getting their Rock and Roll Hall of Fame due. They've been overlooked for years. Anyway, I'm a big Bad Company fan. So let's listen to this. Charlie Crockett, rocking Bad Company. Till the day I die. God, those first few Bad Company records, man, they ruled my world when they came out.
Amazing.
Anyway, that's Charlie C, Bad Company.
I always laugh whenever I think of Bad Company for one reason and one reason only, and that is, do you remember did you go to the 25th anniversary MMR show? The 25th MMR anniversary show had like the Hooters, it had Jethro Tull, Jeffrey Gaines was there, but Paul Rogers played. And he was playing as Paul Rogers and Company. And I was like, just come on. Like, it's bad. It's Bad Company.
You just mentioned Jeffrey Gaines. He did a fucking knock your socks off cover of Peter Gabriel's In Your Eyes.
It should definitely show up on this countdown, right?
I totally forgot about that song.
Oh yeah.
That's going to do well I think that's going to do really well.
Yeah.
I think that's going to do really well.
Definitely. Who else has a really good cover that I feel like goes a little overlooked, and I'm interested to see, because I know the artist is somebody who XPN loves, is David Gray's Say Hello, Wave Goodbye.
Say Hello, Wave Goodbye.
The soft cell cover.
Great
right?
cover. Great cover.
Yeah. I think that might make my list. It's
Is it one of the greatest? Maybe. Is it one of the greatest? Maybe.
Yeah,
the original's killer. I mean, like I was a big Soft Cell fan. Do you remember their song "It's a Mug's Game"?
Yes. Yeah.
There's one for you. There's a pull for you. Go
put
that on later
Go
on.
put that on your playlist.
Maybe I'll put it on. Maybe next week I'll do that as my something old. All right. So what's your something old?
So for old, we kind of have a theme on our theme here. For a very long time, I was a believer that no one should ever try to cover the Beatles, period, ever, unless your name is Joe Cocker. But I've started to soften on that, and not just Beatles, but Beatles related and post Beatles songs. There are some really good covers out there. I think of like what's her name? Fiona Apple's Across the Universe, her and John Bryan put together for the Pleasantville soundtrack. Michael Penn and Amy Mann doing Two of Us is absolutely phenomenal. But for my old this week, I went with a Jawn solo song, and I went with Jealous Guy. And I thought about picking Elliott Smith's version that he did with John Bryan, speaking of John Bryan, which is absolutely tremendous. But this one owns my soul, and this is Little Jimmy Scott. Let's just play it first. This is Jimmy Scott's Jealous Guy. That version of the song obviously isn't the album version, because I'm that guy. As you like to point out every once in a while, that I can't just pick the regular versions of things. That version is from the Chelsea Walls soundtrack. He played a character in Chelsea Walls, and in that band features Jay Bennett, Jeff Tweedy, John Sterrett, Ken Coomer. Essentially, it's Jimmy Scott with Wilco. And it just... There's something about the way he sings it where, I mean, like, first of all, Jimmy Scott's voice is unmatched. It's a thing on its own, and it's
unbelievable.
It's just an incredible instrument, but he uses it so well on that song that it matches the tenor of the trumpet so well that I mean, like, it pulls emotions straight out of me, whether I want it to or not.
Hey, did you ever hear Donny Hathaway's cover of Jealous Guy?
I have, yes. Yeah.
I mean, that from the live album is just ridiculous. I mean, but that's a good pull there too. Also, dude, let me tell you, you don't hear Jimmy Scott around these parts anymore these days.
No, and you should.
You should totally.
Yeah.
I saw him play. I saw him play live a live show once in Philly. I can't remember where it was. It was when it was either the late '80s, early '90s. He made a great solo record on I want to say maybe Warner Brothers or none such. It was just unbelievable. It was just unbelievable. For my old, going back to, here's another incredible artist that does so many amazing covers. Also Beatles songs, actually. That's where we're
Yes.
going here. Nina Simone, from a live album that Nina put out in '72 called Emergency Ward. And in fact, not necessarily Beatles songs. They're George Harrison songs. There's 4 songs on the record. I chose "Isn't It a Pity" because I just freaking love this. It's a drop dead gorgeous, cry in your cereal version cover of this song. But she also does a medley that opens up the album that is totally worth hearing. My Sweet Lord into Today Is a Killer. It's an 18-minute medley, and the band totally cooks. But this is Nina Simone covering George Harrison's "Isn't It a Pity." I mean, it's gorgeous. It's like 12 minutes on the album, and it's worth every second of your attention. So there you go. But, back to your comment about the Beatles, they're a band that probably should never be covered. I think they are one of the most covered bands of all time. I think Yesterday is their number 1 song. Do you remember late 70s? You weren't alive yet. The really horrible movie musical, Sgt. Pepper Hearts Club Band.
Yes.
With Steve Martin, Peter Frampton, Bee Gees were in it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Two really good covers came out of that soundtrack. Earth, Wind and Fire's Got to Get You Into My Life, and Aerosmith's cover of Come Together.
Yeah. That Earth, Wind and Fire cover is on my list of may actually be better than the Beatles version. Because it absolutely screams. Talking of Yesterday, do you have a favorite Yesterday cover? Because that's I believe still in the Guinness records, the most covered song of all time.
I want to say Frank Sinatra's version of it.
It's really good. Yeah.
It's really good.
That's a really good one. I'm a big fan, and this is another one on the fringe of my ballot. Boyz II Men singing Yesterday. You can play that at my funeral if you want.
My
That's
God.
fucking beautiful.
They do that?
Yes. I believe it was on their second album, something like that.
Damn.
But of course, all of these songs will be available on our Spotify playlist. Oh, and one more thing about the countdown before I go into the end spiel. Kudos to the social team and to our pal Eric Schumann. Your Clue videos were fucking great, and people fucking love them.
They did a killer job. Yeah.
So you can vote for your 10 favorite to get entered into the 885 greatest cover songs of all time. Just visit xpn.org. You can find us on the socials. You can find me at Yo That's My Jawn. You can find him at Some Velvet Blog. You can hear Bruce every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on WXPN 88.5 here in Philadelphia, or on the aforementioned xpn.org. Or you can listen to me every other Monday on whynotradio.net, or listen for the Yo That's My Jawn podcast, which might come back someday. Who knows?
So now that we've announced the theme for the 885 countdown, I will tell you that we've also been promoting a mystery weekend.
Yes.
And it is a all cover song weekend. So if you want to get a little taste of what WXPN is going to sound like, as voted on by the listeners, now the hosts and the DJs here are picking the songs they're going to play. But in December, but if you're just check us out. Listen, 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day. xpn.org. If you got a phone, you got a radio. Okay, so don't give me this. I don't have a radio nonsense.
You have anything planned for your show, for your set?
Oh man, only the best shit. What can I tell you? I may drop a little Renegades of Funk by Rage. I'm not there yet. I got some time.
You got one.
I got some time.
That's good. As always, subscribe. You can find us on Substack. You can find the video for this on Substack and YouTube. Follow us on the socials. We did that. Listen to us. We did that. I think we did it, man.
All right. Check in the boxes.
Check it all. All right, my friend. We will see you next
right.
time.
All right. See you all next time, too. Bye.
Too old, too new, we're the truth. Come on, hang with me, Bruce. Too old, too new, we're the truth. Come on, hang with me, Bruce. Too old, too new, we're the truth.